Now, everyone knows over the past sort of like few years, my big pet project hasn't been my own career, it's been get Carl famous.
Yeah.
I want people to recognise him in the street, come up to him and say, "You bald-headed mank twat." Make his luck.
Well, let me tell you now, Rick, I've
on.
been out and about, and a lot of people have said to me, they've come up to me and said, has Karl Pilkington got a head like a fucking orange?
Well,
and I've had to instantly confirm the answer to be yes.
Well, I'm in America quite a bit, and it doesn't matter when I'm talking to David Bowie, The Simpsons, all these people on 24, all these people who have got these amazing careers and lives say, is Karl Pilkington really like that? I say yes. He's not 2 short planks. He's 3 or 4 fucking short fucking planks.
Thick but short but thick
fucking
planks.
lumps of thickness. But he's had a call. He had a call recently from a film company asking him if he's got any ideas for movies. Now, how desperate, in what dire straits must the British film industry be that they're going, well,
they're turning to cover,
yeah, we need Karl Pilkington. We have hit rock bottom, and he went along for an interview.
So what? And you went in, and you...
I went along and had a meeting in a cafe, and they just said, right, you know, got any ideas? And sort of said, you know, what are you thinking? What sort of thing are you after? Are you after action, thriller, whatever?
Because you can provide any of that.
I love that he's playing it cool, like you've come to the right person. My time's precious, what do you need?
Yeah,
I'm Karl Pilkington, they call me the movie doctor, what do you need, Papa?
So, thought of this idea sort of on the spot.
Good.
That whiz by 'em. No, but sometimes that's how good ideas come up, don't they? Just
so a lot of yours have come up, yeah.
No, but if you just talk, I find that your mouth comes out with stuff.
Right, there's another quote.
Right.
There's another quote.
If you talk, your mouth comes out with stuff.
That to me stands along with what were those things in Gremlins called? Does your brain rule you, or do you rule your brain?
No, but what I mean, if you sit there and try and use your brain to do it,
right,
it doesn't work the same. Just keep talking. Just keep your mouth talking, and eventually it will come out with something pretty good.
That is exactly what Plato said.
So anyway.
Aristotle, he said, sit down, I've got an idea for you. Aristotle said, Plato, how do I go? Right, just keep talking, and eventually your brain will come out with stuff.
So what I thought, I just started off by saying like actors' names and that who I thought should be in it, because then that's giving more. It's building.
Right.
Okay,
so
who did you say?
So I said, right, I'm seeing Clive Warren.
Who the fuck's Clive Warren?
Who's Clive Warren?
The one who was in Closer.
Clive Owen.
Clive Owen.
Right, alright.
Did they look at you like you're a fucking idiot?
Well,
so they all started trying to figure out, who's this Clive Warren we've not heard about?
He
must be amazing. He's on
Clive Warren, get me Clive Warren on the phone. Get me Clive Warren.
And I said Rebecca De Mornay, right?
What?
Where did that come
She
from?
hasn't been in a film for 15 years, has she?
Clive Warren and Rebecca De Mornay. I love this. They thought he was a genius. They thought he was an absolute nugget. Like, we've never thought of putting Clive Warren with Rebecca De Mornay.
But hang on a minute, you could have any film star. This is your fantasy casting, and you choose a bloke that doesn't exist and a woman who hasn't been on TV or in a film for 10 years.
Oh God!
Why didn't you choose
someone who existed,
J-Lo or someone who's a big star?
Oh God!
Rebecca De Mornay.
Clive Warren! Oh God! Oh
So
God.
anyway, so they were going, yeah, and what happens is they're going out and together and that.
Yeah, Clive Warren and Rebecca De Mornay.
I said, it's one of them where it starts off and the people, you know, you're seeing into their lives from like the morning.
Yeah.
So it's like a nice sunny day.
Yeah.
Radio's on. You know, they're going about the day, they're having the breakfast, they're saying, oh, what we're doing tonight, they're planning a big do that night and stuff. And you're thinking, oh, they've got a nice life.
Mm.
She's like, love you and all that, yeah. He walks out the house, gets hit by a bus.
Oh.
So Clive Warren's dead, right?
Yeah.
Now, what happens is, she's devastated, Rebecca.
I don't know if Clive Warren would take that part
Because he ain't got much to do, has he?
No, I don't. If I know Clive Warren,
And I think you do.
I think I do. He's going to say, "No, hold on though. There's more, isn't there?
Have you jumped the gun there, Rick?
Go on, mate. What? Carry on. So he's hit by a bus, so he's dead.
So he's hit by a bus, and that the titles come up.
Oh,
It's got you, right? She's
Starring
devastated. She's
Warren.
fed up. She's devastated, and that. Doctor says Clive's dead.
And that, who's playing the Doctor? Jack Nicholson House.
Sort of. What's that fella who was in Independence Day?
Will Smythe.
No, the old black fella.
Morgan Freeman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get him in.
Morgan
He's a
Freeman,
doctor.
yeah.
He says, your husband's dead.
Right.
She's like, oh, God. What happens then is, he says, but listen, what we can do now, we can take the brain out,
Right.
Right.
and a fact that I'd read that day before the meeting, this isn't in the film now, this is me.
Right, but
Right.
luckily you
I read a
fact.
thing about how the brain can run on half of it.
Yeah.
You've actually got a full brain,
Yeah.
you can
Some
run it
of
on
us
half. You can run it on half.
Right.
Yeah.
So this was in my mind still, so I thought I'll get that in.
Well, half your mind, yeah.
So I said, what happens is Morgan Freeman says, been working on this. You can run your life on half a brain.
Right.
She's sort of a bit like, what you tell me this for now? My husband's just died like 20 minutes ago.
Yeah.
And he goes, yeah, but if we're going to do this, we've got to act quick. She's like, do what? He said, I'll tell you. He says, we can, whilst his brain's not fully dead, because it stays awake for a bit when you've
Oh,
been
he's
killed.
not dead then. Fine.
No, but
Wait
he
till
is.
he comes alive. What do you mean?
He is, but they found out that
Right.
it stays awake a little bit.
No.
So-
No, he's gone.
No,
You're
no.
hit by a bus.
Yeah, no, he's dead. If the brain's dead, you are dead.
Clive Warren's dead.
And if
No.
the brain's not dead, you're not dead.
No, but it's like people in a coma. They're dead, aren't they? But
No,
the brain
no,
isn't
No,
dead.
no, they're in a coma.
No, they're not
in
dead.
a coma.
No, they come out of comas, don't
All
they?
right, then he's in a coma. He's been hit by the bus, but the chances are he's not going to come out of that coma. But his brain is still awake.
Right, okay.
So change that. That's easily done.
Hold on though. I like this fact that he's in a coma, so they're going, look, he's definitely going to die in this coma. Take the brain out now. Pop the brain out.
But why is that such a weird thing when that's what they do now? That's what they do now.
What is?
That's what they do.
What?
They do that.
What? A brain transplant?
No, but when, like, how I've signed that donor card.
Yeah.
Like, if anything happens to me.
No.
they've
There's
got the
no
lot.
such thing as a brain donor. Oh, we've explained to you before.
Yeah, but they're working on it. They've said something about Einstein. They messed about with his brain for ages, trying to work out if it was full of stuff. That's what they're doing. They're working on that. There's loads of things that doctors are doing that we don't know about. I've seen some weird stuff on the internet.
Yeah, I know you have. Yeah.
I saw a programme on Channel 5 where a monkey brain was still alive and it was stuck on a stick. And they
You were
poked
watching
it.
the Magic Roundabout.
They poked it and it reacted.
Right.
So it's still alive. It's being kept alive, and it's only a matter of time. What's the brain linked up to? As long as you can link it up to the eyes, and somehow so it can tell the arms and legs what to do, you're laughing.
I love that. Imagine a team full of doctors going, well, we're going to try and do a brain transplant. Carl, right, okay, I'm gonna be quick because I've got to get back. My cousin's fixing my boiler. As long as you can link this up to the eyes and tell the arms and legs what to do, we're laughing. Cheers, Carl. See you later.
Then what happens is, they say, do you want half of his brain in your head?
Half of his brain in her head.
She says, definitely not. I'm having you struck off. She starts screaming. She calls the police. He gets
Yeah,
arrested.
but you'd have said that years ago when people can have, like, someone else's arm put on their body and stuff.
Yeah, but he's only in a coma.
Yeah.
No, but he's not going to come out of that coma.
Right.
So it's like this or nothing. It's
Right.
like, look, you know, what we're going to do here? We can either turn the switch off,
Yeah.
or we can put his head in your head.
But why would
But
you...
so
why,
what he does? So what they do then? They're going to take half his brain.
Half of his brain, take
Put it-
out half of hers, pop it in place
Why would she do that?
because she loves him.
But hold on. Well, no. Wait. What would she then be?
Because this is what I'm trying to tell you.
Okay. Sorry.
What happens is, he explains all this. So I mean, this would probably cover about 20 minutes in the film, but I'm just rushing
I just
rushing
switched
it
off,
up now.
but yeah.
No, you wouldn't. This bit would have you. So what?
Well,
what
I'd have actually left when I wouldn't have even gone in to see a film starring Clive Warren and Rebecca De Mornay, unless it was 1985.
so the thing is, she's the same as you. She says the same thing. She goes, "Why would I do that, doctor?" And he goes, "Well, what will happen is, he's gone, but you'll have his thoughts. So in the morning when you say, 'Oh, I don't know what to have,' well, they have cornflakes. His bit of the brain will sort of say,
Have a Weetabix.
have shredded wheat or
Yeah.
whatever." And she's like, "Oh yeah, good idea."
Sorry. So the point of this film is that the dead man can remind her what breakfast cereal she likes.
Yeah. So the thought. When
What do you
she-
mean? Yes. So that's it, is it?
No. That's not the only thing.
Wait a minute. This is only Act One.
That's just the first bit. Everything's going well. She has it done.
So who is she? Is she herself?
She's Rebecca De Mornay.
Yeah.
But now
With
and again, with him chipping in with a bit of voiceover. So the idea is it's all going well at the beginning.
So she can't decide what dress to wear.
She's had half of her brain taken out and put in a bin, okay, and Clive Warren's half has been put in there. So now she's walking round, okay.
So she's schizophrenic.
It's okay though, because the bit they put in of Clive Warren's brain is actually him in a coma. So there's nothing happening anyway, don't worry about it. All she's got is half a brain.
No, like I say, the brain is alive, so it's all going well when she leaves hospital.
Yeah.
And she gets her first taste of it, and it's a bit weird to get hold of, because she's sort of, I think when she signs herself out, he's sort of fighting, writing his name and stuff, so there's a few sort of technical things that she has to get used to.
And does Clive's brain know that he's now inside her brain?
Does that matter?
Well, I would say it matters because otherwise...
Yes, it does matter, Carl. What's he thinking? What's the point of this? Why has she gone along with this?
Because she really loves him.
But what's in it for him? What does she think?
Well, say if I died and Suzanne said, go on, I'll have half of Carl's, right? She would wake up in the morning to a thought of me sort of going, oh, you never guess what I've just thought about or whatever. I'd still be there.
But she wouldn't ever do that.
Isn't it? The rest of the rest of your body is sort of waste, isn't it?
But the rest of your body's sort of waste.
No, it is kind of. When someone dies, it's not that person anymore, is it? They're still there physically.
Yeah.
But you can't have a chat with them. So if you could have someone's brain in your head when they're dead, you'd have it, wouldn't you?
What are you talking about? Why would I have someone's brain in my head when they're dead?
Well,
I've got a perfectly good brain.
Yeah. So, but like I said, you're running on half. So
who's running on half?
So you're telling me you wouldn't have it done then?
Of course I fucking wouldn't.
I can also categorically state I wouldn't either.
Yeah, but you're saying that now, but once you're in that position that someone who, you know, you love and that dies, if the doctor said, do you want it?
No! I'd go, no! It's madness!
I don't think
it's madness!
Alright, let me just ask this as a question, even if we accept this as a possibility. If Clive Warren doesn't know that he's in Rebecca's brain, their love and the conversations they used to have and what would the connection between them is going to be absent, because she's going to be talking to him and he's just going to be going, I don't know, shredded wheat.
It's all thought. You don't have to talk.
So they're not talking to one another?
Well, they are, but not out loud. She's not walking down the corridor going, what do you think, Clive? And he's saying shredded wheat. It's happening.
Right. But how is this dramatically shown on screen? Do we hear those voices?
So now that they've got...
You hear the voices.
You hear the voices?
You hear the voices.
So tell me a typical bit of dialogue.
Well, we've done the breakfast scene.
Yeah, that was dynamite. Yeah. That's fucking Oscar winning.
Yeah, can we do lunch?
There may be, like, at the funeral, because even though the brain's still alive, they still have the funeral, and you can have, like, a funny bit where they stood around the grave, and, like, there's some relation there who he doesn't like, and she can start laughing, and the family are looking at her going, why is she laughing? Yeah. And she's sort of laughing, and he's saying something a bit rude, going, look at her head. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Looks like
stuff on the family.
Yeah. Little cameo for you.
Yeah.
And so you have all that, and people are sort of liking the film, thinking, oh, it's quite funny, this. Yeah. And then you hit them hard.
The 8 people that have gone to see it.
Yeah. Rebecca De Mornay and her family.
Yeah.
Clive Warren's 3 mates. All right, Clive, I didn't know you were a film star. Nor did I. I was working in a garage yesterday.
Yeah, I was fixing boilers.
Well, anyway, this is where you get them.
It's the most ludicrous idea for film I've ever heard. It's the maddest. Honestly, it really is the ramblings of a mental case.
I have to say though, I am hooked now. I want to know what's going to happen next in the story.
Oh Christ!
Remember, I was making all this up.
It's not based on a true story then.
Imagine if he said that in a meeting. Remember, I'm making all this up, and they go, "All right, okay." I thought.
So the meeting's still going on. They haven't left at this point.
No, they were sort of going, "Oh right, yeah." But what annoying?
Check please.
That's the annoying thing. It was like, I just wondered whether this is what they do just so they can have a cake every day at 4 o'clock, because it was odd. I can't imagine Spielberg sort of nipping down to Costa Coffee to discuss E.T. So I said, right, so this is where you get them. You've got everyone laughing, and that's what it's all about with a film, isn't it? It's emotions, messing with people's emotions and that.
Yeah.
So they like that. They were like, yeah, it is, yeah.
Yeah.
Thought,
and
there you go again. That's
new outlook to filmmaking.
That's me mouth coming out with stuff that even I didn't know I knew.
Yeah.
So then I said, right, then what happens is, she hears the voice go, Leslie, where are you? Something.
Right.
her name's not Leslie.
No.
No.
So she's thinking, who's Leslie?
Yeah.
So in her mind, she's going, who's Leslie? He's going, oh,
So he's thought, hang on, I've let something slip.
I've
here.
let something slip. So she's going, answer me.
Oh.
He goes quiet on her.
Oh!
So
He was having an affair.
this is the thing. So she's trying to hunt down
Leslie.
and
he's got to stop her thinking it.
then what happens is, I mean, you know,
Where your ex?
So he's got to hunt down Leslie.
so she's got to hunt down Leslie,
Right.
and that can fill about half an hour again. I'm not.
I love
quite
the fact that you're doing it how far you've got through the film.
Yeah. You've got to fill up 2 hours, right?
One more idea, we call it half hour, that's the end of the film. See you later, starring Clive Warren.
So
Nice to see Rebecca De Mornay again, wasn't it? Yeah.
So Leslie has got to be sought out. It's a woman, is it? Another Leslie, or
It's
is it a
another
bloke?
woman.
Right.
But what happens is, I mean, without ruining the end for everyone, what would sort of happen is,
Oh yeah, because we don't want to ruin it for them. Because this will be filling the multiplexes in no time.
This film's definitely going to be
This
made.
is definitely going to get made.
well, seriously, isn't any pick a massive Hollywood film and look at it on paper and go, that's a balmy idea.
Casablanca.
I haven't seen it.
Okay.
So what I'm saying is, what
That's
happens
why they
is,
called on him as a movie expert.
This is a different sort of love triangle. They've all got their own brains and
Yeah.
legs and stuff, walking around interacting normally.
But that's just it. It's the power of love, isn't it? In a way.
Yeah.
But sorry,
How
I
far
mean,
you'll
I don't
go.
want to see.
No, it's the greatest love story ever told, set in a head.
But listen, let's just get to
hang
the
on a
end.
sec though, Carl. I don't. Yeah, you've got to tell us the end. I don't think you can let people
No, come on,
listening
come on, what's
hanging
the
on
end?
waiting for the film.
Just let your mouth talk.
Right. So what I said was, I said maybe because I wasn't sure about this end bit. I
Go
thought
on.
they might think it's daft or whatever.
You're
So
putting
I said-
yourself down. I imagine it's dynamite. Go on.
I said maybe you could have something like this, and they were there, sort of going, "Oh yeah, what's it going to be? What's it going to be?"
Yeah, well, he's come up with some great stuff at the moment.
What happens is, his brain is more powerful than hers.
Right? How is now? What? How is there power? I don't. Why is there no power involved?
It's got a stronger will.
What I mean is, the brain, her brain was running the rest of her body.
Now he's taken over.
His brain's just sat there, innit, thinking stuff.
Right.
Brilliant.
So that gets more powerful and overrules her body.
Okay.
Yeah.
She then fancies Leslie.
So it's a lesbian
hold on,
film.
this is building up to a lesbian love. So what the?
Well, it's
what?
trendy, isn't it? That. So just have a bit of that at the end, and
That is the worst idea I have ever heard for any piece of art. I mean, it's the it would be the worst. It would be the worst TV show, worst book, worst everything. It's the worst idea.
it's not the worst idea because as long as a film makes you think.
But
then
this
it's done
doesn't
its
make
job.
us think about anything.
I'm thinking, who the fuck's Clive Warren? So hold on. So he overpowers her. So she is now a lesbian. What's Leslie getting out of this? Why does Leslie think? Hold on. Why is my
Because-
dead lover's wife coming on to me?
Because this is what I'm saying to you. It's relationships. It's the love of two brains.
Right. Okay. Again, can anyone out there? Can we
strapline.
make that into it? That's a quote. The relationships is a love of two brains.
Well, it's-
Now, he's got something there. He's got something there. But my point is this. Why is Leslie suddenly turned lesbian?
Because she loves the brain.
But does she know this is Clive Warren?
Well, maybe now and again, Rebecca or Clive says something. Rebecca will say something now and again, like, "Oh, I like me.
Minge.
I like me. You know, me food done like this or whatever." And it's all about say if
Cooked. I
like
love a food cooked. Oh my! Wait a minute, Clive Warren on this food cooked.
Yeah, I'm in two minds about this bacon.
Yeah,
what
I'm
I
going
mean
to turn
is
into a lesbian.
people
Shredded wheat.
people like what they like, and it's the same way, like I've said to you before, with someone who's been going out with a woman and then is found out that she's got a twin sister and they divorce that first twin and go out with the other twin. It's all the same. You're after the same thing, aren't you?
Yes, but that.
When a cat dies, you buy another one. It's the same thing. You want that same.
Yeah, but you
love
don't
for
necessarily switch your sexual orientation. In the case of your twin scenario, they both look the same.
Yeah. Has there ever been one where it's a twin boy and girl? Go, well, I was going out with her, but I mean, he looks a bit like her.
Yeah, I loved boobs. Now I like cock.
something. Well,
This is your problem. You don't know anything. And this theory about if your mouth talks enough, the brain will kick in soon. It hasn't. Can I just tell you a story that Carl told me a couple of weeks ago?
Is this another ghost story? Another
Yeah,
spooky
it is,
story?
yeah. I called him out. I was, what are you doing? He said, I said, I've just been reading ghost stories again. He went, he said, right, he said, you don't believe in them, but how do you explain this? Right, I went, go on. He said, I'll tell you as he told me it. He went, bloke, right, just sitting at home, doing, you know, watching telly with his cat. And, the phone rings, and it's a bloke going, is that fire, in your oven okay now? 'Cause your wife called. And he went, Carl went, well, 1, there was no fire in the oven. 2, he wasn't married. I went, right. Go on, he went, well. Then, right, there was a knock at the door, and there was 2 sort of people in sort of white coats, and they came and said, oh, we've come about that fire. Your wife called us. He went, 1, there isn't a fire in my oven, and 2, I'm not even married. Right? And he said, they saw the cat, and they looked at the cat, it looks a bit weird, the cat came out, nothing. He said, and then he went back, sat down, phone rings, and they said, did they sort out the fire in the oven that your wife told us about?
Oh.
He went, 1, there is no fire in my oven, 2, I haven't got a wife. And Carl went, what do you think of that? I went, that's not it. He went, yeah, I went,
That's the end of the story.
What? He went, well, how'd you explain that? I went, explain what? I thought he was going to say, a year later he got married, but she died in an oven fire. Right? I thought it was going to be that. And I went,
That's what? People winding him up.
Yeah, or, someone did report a fire oven, and their name was Johnson, and they looked up Johnson, they got the wrong thing, it was the gas board, and they sent round to the wrong person, right? You know, he went, yeah. I said, I explained it to him, he went, yeah. Why did they look at the cat funny?
Oh, man alive, Carl. This is really weird, right? I was in my house once, right, and the doorbell rang.
Yeah.
Right, I opened the door, there was no one there.
Yeah.
Right? And then I looked across the street,
There's
right,
some
and there were some kids running away.
Yeah.
Now, how do you explain that?
Yeah.
There was another time, right, where, like, I opened the door and there was a bloke goes, you've ordered pizza. I went, I haven't ordered pizza. And I heard my mate upstairs giggling and putting the phone down.
Yeah. How do you explain that? Carl, seriously, why did you tell me that story? What did you think it was weird about that?
The fact that it was 3 different people.
Is this all the information? Is that the entire story?
It was 3 different people.
Did you fall asleep
hassling
and not read
about
the end?
A fire that didn't happen, about a wife that didn't exist, and a cat that didn't look happy.
Oh, I'm gonna have a heart attack, Carl. What? I mean, why did they look at the cat funny?
Because cats don't like spirits, do they?
What? The other blokes were ghosts?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
So these are kind of beetle about type ghosts. These are ghosts who walk the earth as the undead, just winding people up slightly.
That's lovely. That is lovely.
seriously,
and a cat that did not look happy.
But seriously, why would ghosts wander around just like winding people up?
Oh.
Maybe something did happen there years ago. Some fire, some woman might have died in a house of a fire or something.
Yeah.
And it sort of all happened again. Bit of a
Yeah, it's certainly a mystery.
I mean, if you don't
It is a mystery. I mean, I can't.
What's this book you were reading? You were reading a book, which is interesting enough.
It was the Fortean Times.
Oh, Carl.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what to say.
I just was reading something about an octopus. That's like a killer octopus, and it annoyed me that this was knocking about now, because I didn't know. I thought they were quite friendly. Whenever you see them in cartoons and that, they're always happy, aren't they? And then suddenly, like, they've sort of brought the whole sort of creature down. Do you know what I mean?
No. What do you mean?
Well, just you know, when you see them in films, they're running about and that, and everybody likes an octopus. But this one that's on the... It was your fault, really, because you told me about that frog that's going about killing people.
No, I didn't say that.
So I looked it up on the internet at, like, other creatures and stuff.
.com.
And there's some octopus that's in the sea. And what it does, you don't even have to, like, threaten it. It just spits in the water. And if that stuff gets on you, does you in.
Again,
So in a way, it's good knowledge, because, I mean, I don't go in the sea anyway, because it's full of stuff like that. But that's just reassured me that I'm doing the right thing. If they're knocking about, just gozzing everywhere, you don't even have to be near one. You don't even know if it's been spitting and stuff. It can kill you. It just seems unfair. I haven't harmed it. I haven't gone near it. Why is it getting annoyed with me? Doesn't seem right. So that's where our knowledge has not helped that octopus out. Because now, when you eat them, I just think, yeah, have another one. Do you know what I mean? Get rid of them.
Another conversation with himself. Another conversation with himself.
What is your favourite curse word?
I don't think I do anything like that. I think people can tell by my face when I'm like fed up.
Well, they know you're fed up because you're always whinging.
I don't think I've got one. Knobhead. That sums everything up, and I think it's...
But you wouldn't call your nan a knobhead, would you? What would you call a nan?
But she doesn't do anything to annoy me that much.
But if she did, what would you say? If she really annoyed you?
Well, knobhead's alright, innit? Because she sort of gets it. It's one of them things that everybody understands, but it's not too offensive.
Right.
What a knobhead.
Alright, you're getting into this, aren't you?
So that sums it up, but I don't really... Do you need one of them? What's that doing for you? It's better to think, innit? Like, okay, I've just slagged off that octopus, but at no point was a effing and jeffing about it. You know how annoyed I am with it. I don't have to start swearing about it, and that's...
What would you do, though, if you were swimming, right? It was a nice little thing, you're on holiday, right? And there's this octopus there, and you're going around, right? And you just see it start spitting at you, poison. What would you say to it?
Well, it's too late then, innit? And I'd kick it. And I'd say, you knobhead. I would, but what's the point? What's the point in getting annoyed now? Because it's done its stuff, hasn't it?
I don't know why you'd kick it and call it a knobhead under the water. What is this octopus thinking? Oh, God. Oh, okay, you fucking eight-legged shit.
I'm not bothered. I don't know what you're saying.
Fucking cunt of a mollusk.
I just spit at you again. It's not bothered.
You slimy little fucking boneless wanker.
This is why the face
Are you
is
still
good.
talking to the octopus?
I can't believe it. I cannot believe it. Not only do you not bother turning up, but you turn off the radio and start watching football.
Yeah, I turned it off, but I've recorded it. I'll listen back later and sort of...
Well, what good is that?
Sort of, I like to keep it in shape and that. I'll have a word next week.
Alright. If you receive any phone calls from people you don't know, we don't know anything about that. Instantly, we don't know why that is happening. That is just gonna be a weird, spooky thing, so...
And don't bother telling the story about, Men in Black 2 either, because I don't think people will be interested.
Actually, on the subject of Men in Black 2...
What?
Have you seen that, Steve?
No, I haven't, Carl. Tell me about
You
it.
should see it.
Go on. Why?
Because there's this thing in it.
Go on.
What,
a stupid, bald Mancunian tosser?
No, weirder than that.
There isn't anything weirder than that.
Big eyes, it was gangly.
Keep talking.
And, you've got to see it, because you wouldn't believe how the likeness and that. You've got to get the film out tonight.
Right.
It's not as weird, it had a normal voice, right?
He's done you and he's not even here!
I'll tell you what, mate, it ain't worth coming in next week.
Oh, stay on the line, Carl. Play a record player. Kings of Leon, Molly's Chambers. What do you think of that, Carl?
Alright.
There's a surprise.
Oh,
another
I'll tell you what,
insightful remark.
Steve is not a fan now. Not only does he know you've been slagging him off behind his back.
No, I wasn't slagging Steve. If you get it out on DVD tonight, you'll know I'm not slagging you off. It could be your brother.
I love the fact that it makes it worse, but you're gonna go, oh, he wasn't slagging me off. It does look like me. I do think I'm an alien. I love the fact that you hope Steve will go, he's got a point. It's a spitting image. Yeah.
I am, seriously, Carl, I'm really angry. I'm so angry with you at the moment.
You haven't seen it yet?
No, I know, because I know what it's gonna be, and I'm just,
Why?
I'm fuming. I'll tell you why I'm angry, because he doesn't do it in jest.
No, but what do you think it's gonna look like? What do you think this thing's gonna look like?
Gonna look ludicrous. It's not gonna look anything like me, but he's gonna, like, pretend it does. Go on, what? Go on.
No, it does look like you.
Yeah, of course it does. And you looked like the, Human Z.
Well...
I mean, to be honest, you did a bit, Carl. You walk like him, you're bold like him, you got a sort of gormless face like him. Any more?
I don't smoke. That does. arguing with you. I'm not well on that.
Oh, you're not well.
What exactly is wrong with you? You whinger.
Well, it's just, do you know, like I always tell you about the restless leg syndrome I've got. It's like
Yeah.
that, but all over.
So you're just shaking around the house?
I'm just, yeah.
What do you look like, Elvis? What are you doing? You're shaking around the house.
I'll tell you, with your bald head, you probably look like an enormous vibrator.
Oh, God.
That's what you probably look like if you strip naked.
Oh, you'll have the Scottish widow coming round. Oh, dear.
That's, what's her name, by the way? I heard you talking about that. That's,
Amanda Lamb.
Amanda Lamb, who's in the Place in the Sun programme.
Is she actually a widow? Is she a Scottish widow?
Just,
Hoots, man, my husband's dead. Do you want any money and a bit of my clam?
Brilliant.
Alright?
That's the sort of quality you've missed out on today. Well, anyway, you're going to be back next week. We need you back next week.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, how do you know? It's also, how did you know you were going to be ill today? Because you phoned and arranged this yesterday.
Convenient.
And I spoke to you yesterday and you didn't sound very ill.
I felt ropey yesterday
You've got a bit of a bunged up nose.
Even though I
Have a bit of a bunged up
even though I was
nose.
ill, I still sorted it out. Yeah?
I'm a little bit
Even though I
sweaty.
was
Paul,
ill,
sorting it
I
out does
sorted
not
it
mean
out.
you phone up Sturgis and send her down.
That's not sorting it out, that's making things worse. Have you learnt nothing?
Thanks, Claire.
If you're not part of the solution, you're part of the
All right,
problem.
mate.
Yeah. Oh, my leg's a little bit achy.
Oh, wearing wet jeans.
Oh, I put wet jeans on again. Oh, my lasagna it was frozen.
Can you hear the venom and hatred in our voices today? We genuinely are upset and angry with you.
Yeah. Can't believe it. I cannot believe that I mean, oh.
Right, well, the thing is, we'll be back to normal next week, right? We've got Billy Elliot doing the film next week.
Right.
Any prizes?
Got some good stuff.
Have you got any films with Burt Reynolds in to give away on VHS?
And I'll see you then.
Great, we're looking forward to it already.
I'll see you later.
See you later.
XFM.